Beloveds, beloveds, we are all ever just a breath away from an entirely different existence than the one that we have known and the one that we have lived, and the one that we have believed in, and the one that we have sought, and the one that we have chased, and the one that we have been cemented into. Breath leads to a thought, the thought leads to action, the actions lead to change in circumstances, manifestations. Understand that indeed the thoughts that are being presented to you are a gift. At times you allow yourself to be tortured by them because what you have done is you have assigned causality and you have assigned meaning and significance to these thoughts. These are merely thoughts, beloveds. But the thoughts that you hold on to, the thoughts that you grab onto and say, I must not think this thing, I must not feel this way, I must not say these things, I must not act in this way, does the exact opposite that you have intended. You say, if I can't stop thinking about this thing, I will bring it into manifestation. And suddenly it walks in the door. There is a very fun movie that Sahana Grace has recently enjoyed that was The Ghostbusters, one of her favorite films from childhood. And there was a character who was meant to think of the form of the destroyer. And all he could think of was this marshmallow man, this playful little stay puffed marshmallow creature who then came as the great destroyer. Beloveds, understand that all of these movies are allegories for your life. That which had been something gentle and something soft and something kind from childhood could turn into be the greatest terror that you could ever have. In the same vein, beloveds, that which you have considered to be your greatest enemy and your greatest nemesis can turn into something that can be one of the greatest gifts that you could ever allow yourselves to have. Look at the things that you have resisted. Look at the things that you say, no, absolutely not to. Look at the ways in which you have been, the things you have collected, the things that have had meaning and significance to you. The shoe collections, the jewelry collections, the music collections, the movie collections, people collections. Are there people in your life that you think you could not live without? Are there ways in which you are that you say, I could not be any other way than the way that I am as God created me? But are you really, beloveds? Or has this creation been a creation of an egoic mind that says, if I try to be any other way than the way I am, it will not be safe. If I let myself out of my cage like opening up Pandora's box, will I unleash the madness upon the world? Some of you believe that you are the madness. You believe that you are the scourges of the West. You believe that you are the great diseases. You believe that you are the evil consciousness. Beloveds, you have merely visited for a moment, but this is not where you belong. This is not where you come from. And trust me when I say to you that this is not where you shall end up. And all of this changes in a moment, in a breath, in a mere breath, beloveds, when you are willing to say, I do not know what anything is for. I do not understand what it is that it is occurring. And that is okay. It is okay to not know. When you think to act upon something, beloveds, give yourself pause long enough to ask, is this action going to accomplish what would be in the highest will? Would it be advisable for me to check in with the Holy Spirit and say, dear Holy Spirit, if I am to take this action, what might occur? And allow yourself to see the array of choices that you have. If I hold on to this, what am I missing the opportunity to have instead? If I let go of this, what is it that could possibly come to me? If I gave up my need to judge another, to make me feel better about myself, feeling superior to them, what would happen? What would be dismantled? If I no longer needed to feel better than, holier than, or more righteous than, or smarter than another, what would it be to not know? What would it be to not be the one who knew everything? What would it be to not be the one who was always right? What would it be to not be the one who was always afraid? What would it be to not be what you have known and designed yourself to be? What would it be to be truly as God created you? Do you even know what that is? Can you describe the divine being and holy being and blessed being that you are? Or is it easier for you to assign to yourself all of the details and the descriptions of who your parents and your teachers and your caregivers are, your siblings, your elders, the nuns and the priests, and all of their descriptions about how shameful you were and how you were born of sin and all of the things that you have done wrong? Beloveds, believe me when I say to you, you have never done anything wrong. Let that be the greatest gift that you can receive within your hearts. You are where you are meant to be in your path and your journey. And for you to compare yourself to anyone else will always leave you coming up short. So instead, beloveds, we ask you to celebrate who you are, where you are, and how you are. Go within to your hearts and allow the divine love that you are to come forth and share that with others. Know that you have my blessings with you always, beloveds. And I will indeed speak with you again.